Espero que estén muy bien. Bienvenidos al capítulo final de LeClue Detectivú. Y sí, chicos, hoy vamos a abrir esto por acá con la tarjeta de acceso. Veamos.
Welcome back, S32. Access level Z Alpha granted. Disarming blast door 13A. For your safety, please stand clear.
Jenny paused. She was finally here. Could it be true? Was her father really on the other side of this door? The man she'd lost forever. She would have given anything to bring him back. What would she say to him? How would she feel when she saw him? Of all the puzzles she'd solved, every obstacle she'd climbed, and every leap of faith she'd made, this was the scariest moment of all.
Mom should be here.
She needed her. She needed someone. Maybe even Susie.
I'm not gonna solve anything by just standing here.
Arthurton had slowly revealed its secrets to Jenny, and now she faced the final chapter. Gathering her courage, she took a deep breath.
This is it, Jenny.
And stepped into the darkness once more.
Muy bien. Vamos a ver qué encontramos aquí.
Dad?
Her voice echoed in the darkness.
Bueno, parece que no está. Hay mucha oscuridad. Vamos, Jenny, un poquito más. A ver, por cierto, creo que por acá hay algo. Aquí. Ok, harto de la galería. Nada mal.
Another dead end. Of course he's not here.
Just another machine.
Arthurton, a small town seemingly like any other. Nestled in a valley between two mountains, lined by lustrous forests, and perched on the edge of a pristine lake. Yes, Arthurton had it all. A main street with shops and a place to sip coffee. Schools, a college, a church, and a police station. The kind of place you might find anywhere on your travels. But you won't find it anymore, for Arthurton is now the town that disappeared. Where once stood a city bustling with life, now lies an empty crater. How could a town suddenly and completely vanish from the face of the earth? And if it could happen to Arthurton, could it happen to your town too? Scientists are baffled. Church attendance is at a record high. Is this a sign of the end of days? Tonight we attempt to answer the question, what happened to Arthurton? The Enigma Report investigation starts now.
Jenny stared at the screen, astonished.
Arthurton? Disappeared?
It didn't make any sense. But of all the strange things she'd seen, one stood out more than the others.
There was something at the end of the tape.
Sí. Vamos a pasarlo rápido. Me encantó la referencia a Agatha Christie por ahí. Científicos perplejos. A ver. Ay.
There! There's something hidden in the static.
Ok, a ver. Uy. Ahí medio que se ve. A ver. Filtro. Ajá, y se va viendo mejor. Uy. Ya casi. No, por ahí. Filtro. Esto por aquí, creo. ¡Ahí!
Dad! You are alive! It worked. Find Zazer. Need help?
Yo, y ahora aquí. Uy. Ese sí que está peligroso.
I better get out of here before I'm crushed to death.
Sí, vámonos. Corre, Jenny. Hay que salir de aquí. Vamos. Ya casi. No, se cierra. Bien. Uy, eso estuvo intenso. Uy. Lucha.
Stay back. I know what you've done.
No, Jenny.
Show your face, you coward. Get away from me, you creep. I'm not scared of you. If you take one more step.
No, Jenny, sal de ahí.
Backed into a corner, with nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Was this the end for Jenny LeClue?
What the?
Los amigos.
Susie? Keith! You came back!
I had to.
Jenny choked back her tears. She had lost count of the number of times she'd almost died today, and it was starting to take its toll.
Let's get out of here before he wakes up! No, wait! Keith, this could be the man who killed your father. We should really go. This could be our only chance to find out who he is. It won't matter if we're buried alive. Don't you want to know?
It doesn't matter.
What?
Look!
Damn it!
No, se
Let's get out
escapó.
of here. That's what I've been saying! The truth is no good if we're dead. I said that too!
Doesn't
Pobre
matter who
Susie.
said what? Let's go already!
Ah.
Our three intrepid adventurers made their escape across the graveyard on the far side of town. Behind the twin peaks of Arthurton, the sun began to rise. But this night had not yet ended. Beneath them, the ground shook and grumbled. Deep in the bowels of Arthurton, something stirred.
Uy.
Jenny recounted the thrilling story of her entire adventure. She told Susie and Keith about Professor Zaza and his experiments, the truth behind the tragic accident in the mines, and how she discovered that her father was alive. But she left out one critical detail, the town that disappeared. How would they react to such an unfathomable revelation? Would they even believe her? She wasn't sure she believed it herself.
What an incredible adventure! Although, I think the greatest discovery today has been our friendship.
You never stop, do you?
All these trials have really brought us together. And now that you and Keith are friends again, we can form our very own mystery-solving club. It's just a shame we didn't unmask the man in black. So what's our next step, fearless leader?
There's something about this case that still doesn't add up. I need to find my mom, before the cops do.
But she could be anywhere.
No, she's gone to Widow's Drop.
Where?
Widow's Drop. But I have no idea where that is.
It's certainly not on any map I've seen.
That's because it's not a place.
What?
Yeah. It's a plant. My dad he grew one in his greenhouse. He had to separate it from all the other plants. They all started to shrivel up.
Have you ever felt a flash of pure inspiration? The sudden feeling of everything falling into place. It's the moment a great detective lives for. An epiphany!
Keith, what day do you take out the trash?
What?
What day does the garbage man come?
Friday? Why?
Of course! It was right there the whole time!
Jenny!
I know where my mom is!
Jenny!
And I know who killed Dean Strasberry.
Jenny! Look out!
No, Jenny, ¿qué haces?
Jenny, watch out!
Oh, qué épico.
We survived!
Yeah! We made it!
I have to go back!
Go back?
But we just got out!
A little birdie told me I'd find 3 unruly kids out after curfew.
Oh no!
Damn.
Stealing, breaking and entering, destruction of property. You're all in a heap of trouble. Jenny, can't say I'm surprised to find you here. But Keith, Susie, I expected more from you.
I'm ruined!
Sheriff, this is Station. Are you there?
Go ahead, Station.
Susie, Keith, I need you to create a distraction.
What?
There's no time to explain.
Where are you going?
You'll just have to trust me.
Okay.
No.
Susie, please.
No. Not unless you say it.
Say what?
After everything we've been through, you know it's true.
What are you talking about? Now is hardly the time for this.
You told me to stand up for myself, so that's what I'm doing.
Hold on a second. Enough chatter. Get your sorry butts over here now!
We depend on each other. Admit it, Jenny.
Come on, Jenny. It's not a big deal. Just say it.
This is your last warning. I am not gonna tell you again.
Of all the challenges our tiny hero had faced, this was perhaps her toughest.
You aren't alone, Jenny LeClue. You don't need to pretend anymore.
As hard as it was to say it, Jenny knew deep in her heart it was true.
Fine. Susie Glatz, you are my friend.
Thank you, friend.
Ay, qué bonito.
Now, let's get you out of here.
Yeah, I've got him. Safe and sound. I'm bringing him in now. What the?
You'll never catch us, Copper!
Lol.
Sorry, Mr. LeClue.
Do you have them or not?
I thought I did. Where did she go?
No, Jenny. Regresó. Ok, viene una parte un poquito turbia. Ajá. Uy. Ah, pobre Decano.
My head.
Thank goodness. It worked.
Oh, how wonderful to hear your voice. I was having the strangest dreams. What's wrong?
I almost didn't make it.
But you did. Now, we've got a lot of work to do.
I knew it!
Jenny?
Jenny?
Surprised to see me? I am only a child after all.
What is she?
How did you...
It was really quite simple. Once I realized Mr. Strasberry knew he was going to die.
Ok. Veamos las opciones. Por aquí no. ¿Un reloj quizás?
The Dean died on Thursday at 3:57 p.m. precisely. In his planner, I noted that he had canceled his meetings on Friday and rearranged a lunch date with Keith. At the time, this didn't strike me as unusual. Once I considered the possibility that Mr. Strasberry knew he was going to die on Thursday, everything started to fall into place. But consider this. If someone knew they were going to die, wouldn't they do everything in their power to escape their fate? And yet, the Dean didn't. There was only one explanation. He staged his own death.
Ok, demuestra que el decano fingió su propia muerte. Pista no encontrada, ¿qué? La pregunta esta puede ser. A ver, mejor lo cambio por esto. Veamos.
It's no secret that the Dean is an avid gardener. But some people might not know he authored a book about exotic plants and their natural. And in the library, despite the apparent cause of death being electrocution, I noticed strange marks covering the dean's neck. His face was discolored and his skin was shriveled. You knew how you were going to die, Mr. Stroudsbury. Poison. You knew because you made it yourself from one of your plants. A poison that you had an antidote for. That would be the method, but you couldn't work alone. You needed an accomplice. Someone to revive you when the time was right.
Uy. Ok, la pista de que trabajaban juntos. A ver... No. Acá. Bien.
In the basement of my house, on my dad's old dusty desk, I found a recently used vial. The residue was purple, the same color as the marks on the dean's neck. In the jail, Mom knew she was running out of time, so she entrusted CJ to finish what she had started. To revive the dean from his deathly slumber. You plotted together to stage Mr. Stroudsbury's death. It was a simple scheme. Poison him with the plant, then return after the funeral to revive him. You had intended the death to appear natural, but not everything went according to plan.
Ok, que salió mal. Jenny salió mal. Y el carné.
The dean's electrocution and fall from the balcony was an unfortunate accident. This threw the plan into disarray. The dean instinctively reached out for something to stop himself from falling, but all he managed to grab was the ID card hanging around Mom's neck. Once she realized it was gone, she returned to collect it, but I had already found it. Even the smartest criminals make mistakes. Earlier, the dean had told me he was meeting Mom in the library. That was a mistake. If I hadn't gone there to find Mom, she might still have escaped before the police arrived. Getting caught hadn't been part of the plan.
Quite remarkable, Jenny. And you worked out all that by yourself?
Yes, that's how you did it, but the real question is why?
Well, that's all a bit more complicated, I'm afraid.
It was a rhetorical question, Mr. Stroudsbury. I know why you're working together. But first, I have to tell you about aliens.
Uy. ¿Y ahora qué?
Oh, this is exciting. What an incredible adventure this turned out to be. Jenny's growing up and discovering her full potential. And to think, I did it all without anybody dying. Hello? Richard! Oh, what do you think of the new scenes? Aren't they wonderful? I beg your pardon? Trick you? Certainly not. But don't you see? It all works out perfectly this way. I can already picture where the next book will start. You're not serious? But... I didn't promise anything. But... there must be another way. Just give me more time. Cancelled? Richard, please. Richard? Hello? Hello?
Ah, pobrecito.
It's no good. They won't publish it unless someone dies. But I can't do it. I just can't. Come on, Arthur. Jenny's whole world hangs in the balance. Decades of work. It can't all end now. Oh, I have to. It's like Jenny's mum always says. A great detective knows the right decision is often the hardest to make. and I am a great author of detective stories. But I can't pick. What should I do, Rufus? Brilliant! Yes! You're always right, old friend. I'll let fate decide. Here goes.
Vamos. ¿Hay que elegir a alguien para morir? Ajá. Ok, ¿quién muere? ¿Ahí hay algo? No puedo subir más. Ok, el decano, la madre de Jenny o Jenny. Yo voy a elegir a la madre de Jenny. Y... a ver...
Fate has spoken, but is she certain? Once the choice is made, there's no turning back.
Sí.
Well, that was easier than I thought. It's the only way this scene can end. The ending the book deserves.
Ay, pobre Jenny.
As I was saying...
Ok, eso no suena bien.
What was that?
No more interruptions!
The tremors were getting more violent and more frequent.
Please! I'm in the middle of my astonishing denouement! Everyone in town thinks CJ is crazy. A madman spouting wild theories about aliens and hidden forces at work in Arthurton. But all the strange phenomena he's seen are real. And the culprits are men, not monsters.
Ok, la historia secreta de Arthurton. Estos laboratorios, obviamente. Y... muy bien. Ok.
Arthurton is built on top of some kind of energy source. Something special. I uncovered the secret laboratories of Professor Zazer. He ran experiments to study the unique properties of Arthurton's resource. And his research was funded by a shady organization called the Council of Three. One of the experiments went tragically wrong and caused the collapse of the quartz mines. They covered it up and blamed the miners. And yet the experiments didn't stop. Instead, they built an even bigger facility. Years after the accident in the mines, an even greater tragedy struck Arthurton. Only this time, the townspeople didn't know. I don't fully understand it, but something happened to the whole town. And wherever we were, we aren't there anymore. The rest of the world think we disappeared. At first, I thought I was solving two separate mysteries. But then it hit me like a ton of used books. The two were inextricably linked. And that's how I know your motive for staging the Dean's death.
Veamos. El reporte. La tarjeta. Veamos.
Dad wasn't working for the university. He was working on Zazer's machines. All under the watchful eye of the Council of Three. The Dean is part of the Council of Three, or at least he works for them. His ring hides a key to access secret stations around town. Through her own investigation, Mom concluded that Dad had died under suspicious circumstances. She confronted the Dean. Racked with guilt, he confessed and begged for her forgiveness. Instead of letting anger cloud her judgment, Mom saw an opportunity. And together, you concocted a plan to bring down the organization from the inside.
Oh, what a brilliant mind you have, Jenny LeClue. Julie, I believe you underestimated this girl.
You could have gotten yourself killed.
But I didn't.
But what if you had?
I'm not a kid anymore. I have to make my own choices.
A flower cannot blossom without light.
Jenny had risked everything to save her mum.
I'm sorry, Jenny.
¿Aceptar disculpas?
It's okay, Mom. You were running out of time to save Mr. Strawberry.
I was trying to protect you.
I know.
Ay, qué bonito. Ah.
I should have trusted you.
But you were wrong.
I just apologized.
No, not about that. Everyone presumed Dad died in the lab explosion. So did I, until today. But then, I started finding secret messages all over town. They led me to a secret room under the graveyard. And there, on a small television, I saw him.
Henry?
Dad is alive! But he's trapped on the other side, and he's been trying to contact us this whole time.
He made it back? Then the experiment worked!
Exactly!
But if he made it back, that means...
We can all get back! We need to get to the machine, right away.
No! First, we need to find Professor Zazer.
Uy. Bueno, aquí abajo. Uy, está bien subterráneo esto. Ajá. Hay que elegir sabiamente el color. A ver. El azul. Qué horrible. Uy. No, ¿qué pasa? Uy. No, se fue. Bueno, chicos, eso es todo. Básicamente. Continuará en el siguiente juego, porque este ya se acabó. En memoria de mi mamá. Ay, qué bonito. Gracias por jugar a Ginny LeClue. Esperamos que hayas disfrutado de tu viaje y recuerda, un gran detective nunca deja nada por resolver. Hasta la próxima. Muy bien, bueno, vienen los créditos. Y bueno, chicos, eso sería todo. Espero que hayan disfrutado de esta serie. A mí me encantó este juego, de verdad que está muy divertido. Y bueno, espero la segunda parte. Ojalá y no tarde mucho en salir. Y bueno, ya veremos después cómo termina esta historia. Por ahora lo dejaré hasta aquí. Gracias por haber llegado hasta acá. Y antes de despedirme, quiero darle las gracias a los miembros del canal y mis patrocinadores. Y recuerda que si te haces miembro o patrocinador, podrás obtener beneficios exclusivos como emotes para chat y comentarios, insignias, videos exclusivos para miembros y anticipados también. Y por otra parte les recuerdo que si quieren donar sin una suscripción mensual, puedes hacerlo en Ko-fi. Los que donen por aquí también saldrán al final de mis videos. Y aprovecho para darle las gracias a los que lo han hecho. De corazón, muchísimas gracias. Por otra parte, si no tienes dinero pero quieres apoyarme, no te preocupes. Con ver mis videos con sus anuncios, darle like, compartirlo, etcétera, etcétera, me ayudas un montón también. Así que muchísimas gracias por tu apoyo. Espero que te haya gustado este video, y si no te gustó, entonces te invito a que comentes de qué manera puedo mejorar. Sin más nada que decir, me despido. Adiós.